Don't feel bad I said that. But anybody was a name that Abdul somebody? Because even sisters, by the way, in women they are similar names, right? That they are a servant woman of Allah. Okay? So they are names like that. There's an equivalent of Abdullah among women. Anybody knows what that is? No. From yesterday's khutbah. No, that's not true. Guys don't know the equivalent of Abdullah in the women? Well, Abida is Abid. There's a Abid in male, Abida is the female. But there's a female form of Abdullah. Sisters, this is your homework. Find it. Tell me next week. Oh, by the way, next week will be Sheikh Abdurrahman. Yeah, he already agreed. He wants you to email him ahead of time. It's just a special topic. It's not continuation of this, right? So we all know Abdurrahman Chow, right? The brother. He'll be the one who's giving the class next week, inshallah. Anyway, sister, go find out about Abdullah.
How about Maryam?
Maryam? Well, Maryam in the Hebrew language means al-abida, meaning that a servant worshipper of Allah, right? But al-abida is also equivalent to the male name Abid. Abid means servant. So like if you ever work in Arabia, you know how they like to describe foreigners, right? So if you're in Saudi and places like that, I lived in Saudi for 5 years. Many of us who were foreigners were called Abid, which is very derogatory, which is very disrespectful, but really they were calling us like a slave or servant, is what they were calling us, you know, right? Which really didn't sit very well with me. But anyway, that's another story altogether. So, go and check about Abdullah. You know your sister?
I'm just guessing, like Rabiatul Adawiyan, no?
Yeah, find this name. It's an interesting name. I have met African American Muslim women here in the United States, you know, who are Americans who converted to Islam, and some of them had this name, Abdullah in Arabic. Of course, for the female, yeah, for the female. So check it out, you know, go research it a little bit. But the homework is for the sisters, by the way. The brothers, you escape from that one. Okay, so names and attributes of Allah. So now, what is this known in Arabic? This is al-asma wa sifat. Al-asma, asma is names, plural of name. Ism is singular of name. Asma is many names, right? Wa sifat, sifat is, sifa is like an attribute, like a quality that you have. Sifat, when you add the alif and the ta at the end, then you are pluralizing it. So sifat is the attributes of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Asma'ullahul husna, the best, the names of Allah are all beautiful names. So, and all the most beautiful names belong to Allah. You can look at this verse on your own. And so call Him by these names. So what do we mean by this? You know, for example, you're making a dua for yourself. Ya Arhamar Rahimin. You know this one, right? Ya Arhamar Rahimin. Allahumma arhamni. So what are you saying in Arabic? Does anybody know? Ya Arhamar Rahimin. Allahumma arhamni. You're really using the perfect name of Allah to ask for a dua for yourself. By that name. Which is really the way we should be doing this dua. Like many of us don't know what we're calling when we say this thing. So, Ar-Rahman, Ar-Rahim. Right? The compassionate, the merciful. So the most compassionate, the most merciful, have mercy on me, is what you're saying in Arabic. So you're calling Allah by the right name for the dua that you're asking. Right? Ya Alim, Rabbi Zidni Ilma. So you're calling Allah again by the right, Ya Hakim, Rabbi Zidni Hikmah. Increase me in wisdom, or increase me in knowledge. And you're calling Allah the wise, the knowledgeable one, you know, and so on. So it is good that you learn these things so that you know, wow, how to call on Allah for a certain dua, which is a beautiful thing to do, right? Like Allah is the forgiver. So if you want Allah to forgive you, what would you say in Arabic? Well, how would you call on Allah? Hmm? Ya Ghaffar is one, and the other one is Ya Ghafoor. So Ya Ghafoor, Ya Ghaffar. Okay? So, and then what are you going to say about yourself then after? You've called him now. So what are you asking Allah? You cannot just call him without asking something. So you have to ask. What are you asking? Rabbi Ighfirli. Oh Allah, forgive me. Right? So this is a habit you should form in your dua when you pray to Allah. Ya Ghafoor, Ya Ghaffar, Rabbi Ighfirli. Ya Arhamar Rahmin, Allahumma arhamni. Or you can say Allahumma arhamni wa liwalidayya. Forgive me and my parents. Right? People pray in that manner as well. But you're calling Allah by the right name for the dua that you're asking. The sad part is you can go to the Muslim world and you'll find people calling Allah or the Avenger. Right? This is one of the names of Allah, right? Or the one who punishes, right? Or something like that. And then they will say, increase me in wisdom. They don't match at all. You call Allah by the right name for what you are asking for. Learn these things, learn them well, and then use them in your life, inshallah, right? Okay, yes? It doesn't have to be in Arabic. Of course, if you know the Arabic one, which is among the sunnah of how the Prophet maybe used that dua, then you should learn it in Arabic. Like, one of the most favorite du'as of the Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam is Allahumma inni ala dhikrika wa shukrika wa husni ibadati. This is one of the favorite du'as that he made. It is well known. It is in a hadith of the Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Okay, so this is a beautiful du'a. If you can learn it in Arabic, well and good. But du'a can be in any language that you know of or speak. The better if you know the actual, like the du'as from the Quran. They are ayats from the Quran. So they need to be said in the Arabic language. رَبَّنَا آتِنَا فِي الدُّنْيَا حَسَنَةً وَفِي الْآخِرَةِ حَسَنَةً وَقِنَا عَذَابَ النَّارِ. This is an ayah in the Quran. So you really want to say that ayah in Arabic, right? Because the Quran, every letter that you recite, or you say it, or you verbalize it, you are given thawab. You're given reward for it. So obviously, in that case, you want to learn the original language. Okay? So the other thing, the number of names. Of course, many of us know, if you come from Muslim lands, that Allah has 99 names. Right? Allah has 99 names. But we know from the hadith of the Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam that Allah has more than 99 names. And this is important to understand. And it comes from this understanding when the Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, I cannot praise you sufficiently. You are as you have praised yourself. And the ulama, they say, and they took from this understanding, that the Rasul ﷺ knew all the 99 names, but he was still making this statement, and this is to show us that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has more names than 99 names. But we don't know what those names are. That is why there's another dua of the Rasul ﷺ. There are some websites now that have documented all the authentic du'as of the Rasul ﷺ, that the Ahlul Sunnah wal Jama'ah can prove through the seerah of the Rasul or the ahadith that are narrated formally in a hadith of the Rasul ﷺ, that he uses those du'a. They are available now online. You can get, if you have an iPhone, there is iDua, you can download. If you download iDua, it has all those du'as also. They are authentic, the Rasul used them. They are in Arabic, they have a meaning in English, and some of them have the transliteration, how to pronounce the Arabic. To try to learn those